Started a new job 3 months ago, and my 2IC has been a nightmare. The workplace turns out to be a bit of a shit show, but to make it more difficult, my 2IC has undermined me from day one. It's made progress for me difficult. It made me not want to try, and I kind of gave in and started doing average work that I'm not proud of due to exhaustion of constantly fighting every damn thing. 2IC does a good job mostly, and works 100 miles an hour, which has its benefits, but also has an inability to adapt to new processes to deal with an unavoidable staff shortage we're facing. He absolutely cannot change what he used to do before and how his old boss did it. Loves his old boss. Tells me all the time. He tries to do everything himself and doesn't upskill or train the others. So when he's not there, it falls apart. My changes have been to handle the staffing issues coming. It's not my first time in this situation, and I know how to get it done. He doesn't. He's been telling staff not to follow my instructions, and the workload for me is increasing, which means longer hours. He tells the team after I've left to not complete tasks I need done for the next morning, and I've been running like a headless chicken to catch up and missing deadlines. He's been complaining heavily, gossiping to low-level staff and trying to get them to complain to HR about me, to get me fired. When he's not there, the staff and I get along fine. But their loyalty is with him. This obviously has made my life significantly more difficult than it needs to be, and I'm getting nowhere. Fast forward to me sitting down with him several times to explain, and then having to deal with his constant arguing. The time came and new manning budget for next year was announced, which cut my already understaffed team down by 30%. The positions cut were senior roles, so now it's left up to myself and him to carry most of the burden. After hearing for weeks about trying to get me fired, then the news of the manning cuts, I had had enough and told my boss, who is relatively useless anyway, that I'm done and will not continue working there. So, after a few days waiting for the right people in the team to be on shift, today was the day I got to raise my petty and immature middle finger to my 2IC for his shitty attitude and backstabbing behavior. In front of him and his co-conspirators, I called out that I have been aware of their plotting the whole time, as other managers have been telling me. I informed about how it looks to others, and how he lacks professionalism and integrity in the eyes of seniors in the company. I impressed upon him the severity of the now larger-than-predicted challenges the team will face in Q1 onwards, and all of the work that will fall due to the cuts and lack of experience in the team. I outlined it all, point by point. The team were in shock at everything I'd just thrown at them, even thought I'd been talking about it frequently. Then, with the utmost satisfaction, I called him out directly with, "Now you've got exactly what you wanted. I'm leaving in 3 weeks." His face hit the floor, and a wave of panic came over him instantaneously. I've always risen above such behavior and immaturity because I feel like it doesn't help anyone at all and you're just remembered as that guy. But today felt glorious. I felt liberated and relieved. To see it hit him the way it did. To know he's in for the worst 12 months of his career. He's contracted and can't leave after 3 months of his BS. I've never been so petty or shallow before, and now I see why some people do it. It felt amazing. Anyway, he actually tried to justify his behavior and weirdly raised a series of topics I never broached, to the confusion of everyone. I asked him to stop because they weren't relevant, but they were all directly linked to his behavior and exposed that he was at the center of it all. The team looked at him with disbelief that he just blabbed all of this random stuff that implicated him. Another petty win that I didn't even see coming. Did I mention it felt amazing? I don't feel like I oughta, but I think setting him up like that makes me one.